Championship Wrestling comes to Continental Championship Wrestling, featuring champions from throughout the continental United States. And now to your host, world-renowned wrestling commentator, Gordon Solie.
Thank you. Thank you so very much, and welcome once again to Continental Championship Wrestling, one solid packed hour of great NWA-sanctioned wrestling. We're going to be seeing Roy Lee Welch and Tim Horner in a match in just a moment or two. We're going to be seeing a special challenge between Mr. Perfect himself, the Chrome Dome, Jerry Stubbs, and the Thumper, Frank Lancaster. Also, there's something strange about a cowboy with the exotic Adrian Street. And we'll see the team of Robert Fuller and Jimmy Golden in action. All of this and much more upcoming during the next hour here on Continental Championship Wrestling. First of all, I'd like to take a moment to talk about a match that took place last week here on Continental Championship Wrestling. And I would like to introduce the new champions, if you will. To my immediate right, Tommy Wildfire Rich. To my immediate left, Steve Armstrong. And, of course, the intern.
This bag of goodies, as always. We're really happy to have these belts. They're finally home where they belong. It's been a long and hard fight, but, brother, it's been worth it. So here it is. It paid off. We got the belts. We got the glory. And now we want Jimmy Golden and Robert Fuller split up. We want them out of this country, out of this state of Alabama, the beautiful state of Alabama. We want them gone from here.
Tell you what we're going to do. Let's go back to last week in this championship match. Tommy, you and the intern, Steve Armstrong. It's an important situation, and I think it well deserves to be looked at once again.
Yes, sir, but I'm on cloud nine right now, baby.
All right, there it is. The match is underway. And we've got some serious problems here. Things don't look too good.
Oh, yes, I had some doctor afterwards, Gordon, get my head fixed up, but, you know, somebody said something, Lord, try fall, and it was all over, we tried. You know what I'm saying, Gordon? So, right here's Stevie. He's fighting his tail off. I ain't in too good a shape. But just, you know, we got the intern out there.
Let me tell you something, Gordon. I think this man, Tommy Rich, has a lot of guts to keep on going the way he did, bleeding as much as he did. He almost bled to death. You know, I checked his head out afterwards. It was split wide open. We had to have it taped up and everything, but he's doing better now. Tom Pritchard, let me tell you something. You're nothing but a disgrace to the doctor's profession. That's right. You're nothing but a quack. And, boy, you're going to get what's coming to you. This right here, Steve and Tommy fought their hearts out. You know they...
Steve, you're looking good right there.
Oh, I was fired up right there, tearing his head up, doing what he had been doing to me. The tide had changed at that point right there. You see what's going on here?
Right here, Gordon, I just want to say, what's good for the goose is good for the gander, baby. And now, these two boys right here, Tommy Rich, Steve Armstrong, they are the Southeastern Tag Team Champions, and that's right where those belts ought to be, and that's right where they're going to stay.
You know, Gordon, somebody say something about Dr. Tom, we got a bad case. I hate you, but we love all these folks right here in Seaham, Alabama. Because right there is where we want them at. You know, when it was all over, we walked out. Tom Pritchard, you call yourself what you want, but we got a man right here that knows how to take care of
And
business.
let me tell you something else. Dr. Tom, Robert Fuller, Jimmy Golden, you're going to be out of here. We don't care where you go, but you getting out of Birmingham, you getting out of Tennessee, Alabama, you're gone, boys, you're gone.
You know what it amounts to? I'd like to see one of them have to leave. You know, because what it's come down to, Stud Stable's been falling slowly but surely. The big stud himself, he's gone. So he's got his sister brother in here trying to take care of everything. Jimmy Golden, Tom Pritchard, y'all better be ready. If the insurance is Steve Armstrong, myself, all Armstrong.
And let's go round again, boys.
Fair enough. All right, I'll tell you what. We're getting set for our next match. We've got the new Southeastern Tag Team Champions with us right now. Tommy Wildfire Rich and Steve Steve Armstrong. Let's see how long they hold those titles. We've got our first match. Let's go to the ring.
Ladies and gentlemen, this event one fall with a 10-minute time limit. Introducing first, at 224 pounds, here is Roy Lee Welch. Roy Lee Welch. His opponent at 222 pounds, ladies and gentlemen, White Lightning Tim Horner. Tim Horner. Ladies and gentlemen, this is a non-title bout. A non-title bout.
This is a title match. You agreed on the title match. What? This is a title match you agreed last week on.
My instructions, Mr. Welch, are that this is a non-title bout. Gordon Soley will explain it. Your referee is Nick Dukas. Let's start the action. Here we go.
Nick Dukas is the referee. This is indeed a non-title match. I think Roy Lee Welch walked into that ring expecting a title match. Tim Horner, deciding after the tactics of Roy Lee Welch last week, decided not to put the title on the line. He is only required to defend it once every 30 days, and he decided not to do it tonight, and I can't say that I blame him. Roy Lee Welch, who apparently, and I can only say apparently, I cannot say for sure definitively, feigned an injury to his knee. We know he's had a torn-up knee, but last week apparently tried to take advantage of that situation. Collar and elbow. The Bull corner back into the corner. Good clean break by Roy Lee Welch. Roy Lee Welch in the reddish-orange trunks. And it's Horner in the burgundy trunks. They lock up collar and elbow once again. Up against the ring ropes. Okay, and clean break, but a single leg pickup. But Horner broke it up. Nice breakup by Horner. Welch offering his hand once again. Can't quite understand this man. Once again, collar and elbow. Side headlock by Horner. Hip block takedown. Head scissors by Welch. Horner comes out of it. Into a chin lock, and it is Welch in a reversal. Into a hammerlock. Reversal now by Horner. To a hammerlock, to a hip lock takedown. Into the side headlock. Nick Dukas checking those shoulders. Up against the ring ropes once again. Horner and Welch, good clean break. And it's Welch backing away. All right, clean break once again by these two. Something more here than just competition, that's for sure. Wait a minute. Welch walking away, stalking away, locking up, collar and elbow. Horner pulls him into the rope. Welch, hands in the air. Welch again, back leg trip. Welch trying to use the referee, trying to keep that referee between him and Tim Horner. Nick Dukas warning Roy Lee Welch. Welch stalking once again. Again, they lock up collar and elbow. Hard right hand by Roy Lee Welch. Another hard right hand by Roy Lee. And Welch has got Horner in trouble. He's got him in a lot of trouble now. Irish whip. High backdrop on Horner. Horner coming up very slowly. Welch moving in on him. Welch uncorks a hard right hand. Boy, that was an Oklahoma right if I've ever seen one. Matches Horner into the turnbuckle.
5 minutes gone by in the match. 5 minutes remaining.
And it is Welch very much in control of things. Good leapfrog by Horner. Horner catches him with a beautiful lariat. Horner now uncorks. Horner uncorks again. Welch able to power away before the count. Horner tried to set him high vertical souffle. Excellently executed. Welch again powers out. Welch just that headbutt low to the abdomen. We got a pair, 6 are going. Horner misses. Horner in behind his man. Rolling reverse saddle block. No, sir. It's Welch. It's Welch getting the pinfall on a rolling reverse to a reverse. Riley Welch. Much to the dissatisfaction of the folks here at the auditorium. Riley Welch getting the pinfall.
Where the work gets done, work that's the measure of a man. This is the home of America's best. This is the home of America's best. This is Red Man Land. Red Man Land. Red Man Land.
At West Point Ford Mercury, we know that buying a new car can be very confusing. There are so many questions to be answered. Who has the best prices? What's the lowest interest rate? When should you trade? Where will you get the best service? Why should you consider leasing? And how will you pay for it? At West Point Ford Mercury, we have the answers and the deal that's best for you. That's why we're easy to find, but tough to beat.
Got it all wrong. Mr. Trumbull's under arrest for a felony.
Excuse me, I'm Mrs. Trumbull. Do you know where my husband is?
In the booking room, right over there. Just empty your pockets, please, sir. This was my daughter.
Are you all right?
Sir, can I have a business address, please? Yes, at 2107 Doral in Glenview.
Standstill, sir. Big front. Thank you.
All right, right this way, sir. Joe, would you call my automobile a late? Yeah. Let me have your right thumb. Very embarrassing. I've never been in trouble in my life. Finger, please.
You're allowed one telephone call. If you wish to call your attorney, you may.
Your six number.
I'll call
Right this way, sir.
Yes, please call me.
I will.
Okay, let's go.
And I'll need your belt and your shoes.
Why? There must be some kind of a mistake, officer. I'm not a criminal.
In here.
It was an accident. I didn't mean to start a fire.
If you're guilty of starting a forest fire, even accidentally, you'll pay for it.
June 24th, 8 o'clock, Lavender Coliseum, Columbus, Mississippi. Continental Championship Wrestling presents a great night. 6-man cage match, no referee. Steve Armstrong, Wildfire Tommy Rich, and their physician, the intern, against Robert Fuller, Jimmy Golden, and their physician, Dr. Tom. And another cage match, unheard of. 2 cage matches on the same card. The Bullet against the Man of Flame, El Fuego. Continental title, Brad Armstrong against Jerry Stubbs. Be there.
I'll tell you what, one of the most important nights of wrestling ever to hit Columbus, Mississippi at the Lavender Coliseum will take place on June 24th. That's 8 p.m. in a 6-man cage match with no referee. Steve Armstrong, Tommy Rich, and the medic take on Robert Fuller, Jimmy Golden, and the physician, Dr. Tom. The Bullet goes up against El Fuego in a steel cage match as well.
You know, everybody's been talking about it now for a while, Gordon. A double cage night, 2 cage matches in one night. Mine, to me, will solve a lot of problems that I've had down the road. Everybody that's watched Continental Championship Wrestling has seen El Fuego, who is really the Flame as we know him, throw the fire, try to burn me as he's done before so many times. In this cage match in Columbus, that'll be your bye-bye Flame-O.
Fair enough. Let's listen to these divergent views right now.
Gore, this is the first time I've been around wrestling all my life I ever heard of 2 cage matches in one night. Are you going to speak for El Fuego?
I'm going to tell you, I'm going to do some speaking. There's going to be some people in Columbus, Mississippi, do some paying some dues. Starting with you, Bullet Bob Armstrong. You're not fooling nobody, boy. You're the stinking problem of this whole area. You and them punk sons of yours, when we get to Columbus in the cage, boy, you're going to be burning. You're going to be the torch. El Fuego is promised.
2 cage matches, Columbus, Mississippi.
Hey, we're talking about Columbus, Mississippi, the Lavender Coliseum, and that'll be on June 24th at 8 p.m.
Ladies and gentlemen, this match for the Continental Heavyweight Championship, one fall with a 30-minute TV time limit. 30-minute TV time limit, but there's one stipulation. If the challenger, Frank the Thumper Lancaster, can stay 10 minutes, that's 10 minutes with this man, the champion, Jerry Stubbs, he gets $1,000 cash tonight. $1,000 if he can stay 10 minutes. Ladies and gentlemen, at 235 pounds, here is the challenger, the Thumper himself, Frankie Lancaster. His opponent, ladies and gentlemen, the Continental Heavyweight Wrestling Champion, Mr. Perfect. Ladies and gentlemen, at 240 pounds, Jerry Stubbs. Jerry Stubbs.
Jerry Stubbs, now an interesting situation in this match. Stubbs, to keep his $1,000, has to defeat Lancaster within 10 minutes. However, the title is one fall 30 minutes. Consequently, Stubbs has a double loss situation facing him tonight, and that should prove to be interesting indeed. One fall 30, but the $1,000 on the line in the first 10 minutes. Let's see if Stubbs is capable of carrying out his threat or his promise. Lancaster watching carefully. Remember now, the time is on Stubbs' side. He can get on his bicycle, backtrack all he wants. And right now, Lancaster wasting valuable time. Stubbs making a challenge. Time marches on. They finally lock up collar and elbow. Up against the ring rope. Clean break by Frank Lancaster, the Thumper. Full arm drag and twist into an arm bar now by Lancaster. Lancaster utilizing that advantage position. Again, they lock up collar and elbow. It's Stubbs now with a side headlock on the Thumper. Into a hip lock takedown. Stubbs keeping the pressure on, and it's to his advantage. Remember, as time ticks away, it's the Stubbs advantage. Wrenching down. Lane fires him off. Got for the shoulder smash. Caught again, and so Lane in trouble. Lancaster twice to the mat. Full body slam by Lancaster. Known in some areas by Frankie Lane. So Stubbs leaves the ring area. All right, let's see what happens here. Remember now, if he stays out too long, he loses $1,000. Lancaster breaks the count. Stubbs got some extra advantage there. Lancaster back in the ring. He wants the count. He's looking at that $1,000. Count is on. 3. Stubbs back in the ring. Stubbs lashes out with a catches Lancaster, drops him to the canvas. Talked to NWA World Heavyweight Champion Ric Flair the other day. I'll tell you what, the man has become a legend in his own time. Flair, probably the greatest NWA champion that has ever come down the board. Lancaster in trouble as Stubbs caught him with a hard right hand. Stubbs fought him again. Lancaster in a world of hurt. Stubbs now jams him through the ring ropes. Stubbs outside the ring. That breaks up the count, but the time goes on. Stubbs smashes him into that outside steel retaining wall. Stubbs. Mr. Perfect, if you will. Also known by many as Mr. Chrome Dome. Stubbs, badly lacerated arm, having some real problems. See that laceration? That could serve to Lancaster's good advantage. Stubbs down across the chin. Into a lateral press.
Ladies and gentlemen,
Lancaster
5
powers
minutes
out.
gone by in the match. 5 minutes remaining. If he goes 10, he gets $1,000. If he goes 30 or wins the championship, if he wins it, he gets the title, too.
Half the time gone. And Stubbs now still pounding his advantage. Snapmare on Lancaster. Stubbs has a bad laceration on that right arm. I would imagine he caught it on a ring post or the possibility of one of the turnbuckles. Lancaster trying to battle his way back to his feet. Lancaster makes it to his feet. Lancaster now fires with an elbow to the midsection of Mr. Perfect, Jerry Stubbs. Stubbs double over and on the canvas.
4 minutes remaining in the first 10. 4 minutes.
4 minutes remaining. Lancaster catches him. Stubbs trying to get a grip on those ropes. Couldn't do it. Stubbs firing back very handily as Lancaster back to the canvas. Stubbs very much in control. Stubbs down across the chest, lateral press.
3 minutes remaining in the first 10. 23 in the match. 3 minutes remaining in the first 10.
3 minutes remaining and time is on Stubbs' side. All Stubbs has to do is hold on. 180 seconds. Lancaster catches him. Stubbs retaliates. Lancaster powers out. a special hi to my little friend
2 minutes
Samantha.
remaining in the first 10. 2.
120 seconds remaining as Lancaster catches a karate thrust into the throat. Stubbs trying to set him up for the pile driver. Lancaster, good block. Good block again. Gets him into a backdrop. Count is on. Stubbs back to his feet. Off the rope. Both men colliding. 1, 2, 3. Stubbs. Float over. No, sir. Lancaster came out before the count of
1
3.
minute remaining in the first 10 minutes of the match. 1 minute to $1,000.
1 minute remaining. Gut wrench salto by Jerry Stubbs, Mr. Perfect. Brother, he is calling on everything he's got. And again, Lancaster powers out. There can't be more than 30 seconds remaining.
30 seconds remaining in the first 10.
30 seconds.
30
seconds. Lancaster caught belly to back suplex. He's got his foot on the rope.
20 seconds.
20 seconds.
15 seconds. 15.
15.
10. 9.
10. Stubbs is $100 a second away from losing.
4. 3. 2. 1.
He did not get it. He did not get it. Frank Lancaster.
The match is going on, but you've won $1,000, Sir Frankie.
Frank Lancaster picks up the $1,000.
The match will continue for the title.
He's got it. The $1,000 belongs to the Thumper. Frank Lancaster lasted the 10 minutes. Frank Lancaster splits the... Wait a minute. Jerry Stubbs just caught him from behind. He grabbed the money. He caught Lancaster with a Sunday punch. He grabbed the money. Lancaster in a world of hurt here. Remember, this match is 1 fall, 30-minute time limit. Oh, brother. Caught him with that steel chair. Stubbs after him under the ring. He is under the ring after Lancaster. Referee calling for the bell. This match has obviously gotten out of hand. It has obviously gotten out of hand. The referee trying to check it out now. Stubbs after Lancaster. The Thumper in trouble. He's got $1,000 coming. Ooh! The brain buster. And it's Stubbs now gone berserk. Stubbs has gone totally berserk. Stubbs, wait a minute. Fred Armstrong just caught up. Fred Armstrong chasing Jerry Stubbs from the ring. Well, he has cleared the deck. As far as I'm concerned, the Thumper has $1,000 coming, and we'll be back in just a moment.
If I didn't care.
These are the famous original ink spots.
More than words can say.
And here are the famous original Mills Brothers.
Shine, little glow,
These two groups' never-equaled recordings have become collector's classics. And now, you can get them both. Here's album number 1, the Mills Brothers' world-famous original hit. The heart-touching 1944 gold record.
The one you love. I'm gonna buy a paper doll.
This Mills Brothers classic was number 1 for 30 weeks.
I'll see
Priceless MCA Masters.
Are you lonesome?
You get them all, but you also get album number 2, the Ink Spots' famous original hits. Some of the most famous recordings ever made.
Don't get around much anymore.
Records as beautiful today as ever.
I don't want to set the world on fire.
You'll love the Ink Spots' famous original hits and the Mills Brothers' famous original hits. In this exclusive offer, you get both albums. But these two treasuries from the priceless original masters are not sold in any store. Order yours now.
Mail 1298 to the Ink Spots and Mills Brothers, Box 271, Columbus 39701. You get 2 beautiful records, 2 cassettes, or 2 8-track tapes. This special offer of both famous groups will end with no advance notice, so write this address down now. Mail 1298 to the Ink Spots and Mills Brothers, Box 271, Columbus, Mississippi 39701. Ink Spots and Mills Brothers, Box 271, Columbus, Mississippi 39701.
Well, I want to take a moment to talk to Jerry Stubbs about the $1,000 he owes to Frank Lancaster. But right now, let's go to ringside and Freddie Miller.
Thank you, Gordon. Brad is here with me. Brad Armstrong came out as the fans were roaring for someone to come and help Frankie Lancaster. The attack from behind. What about it, Brad? What do you think about the whole incident here?
Freddie, I'll tell you what. If you'll pardon the expression, I've been through hell and high water with Jerry Stubbs. And I know this is one of the most despicable things I've ever seen done. Dropping a man on his head on the concrete floor. He's throwing wrestling out the book. The name of this sport is wrestling. He's trying to hurt people. Well, brother, if you want to play that game, by God, I can play that game with you. You have to hurt people. That Continental belt will be coming home soon. That ain't a threat. That's a promise.
Thank you, Brad. Let's go back to Gordon.
Gordon, all he can do down there is run his mouth and try to help one Frank Lancaster off the floor. That's where you belong, Lancaster. You thought through my money your last time. You won't thought through no more money I got. And let me tell you something, Brad Armstrong. You better not start sticking your big fat nose in my business, because you're going to end up the same way. You understand?
Well, I think you've made your point abundantly clear. One thing I want to ask you, are you answering the challenges?
Any challenge, anybody. Let me tell you something else, Gordon. Everybody can say chrome dolls, but let me tell you, don't Wendell Cooley, don't Brad Armstrong, don't Steve Armstrong, Tommy Rich, none of you. You all got pretty hair. Don't turn your back, because I may be the Mad Hacker, and I'm going to get me some hair, you know, Gordon?
All right, the word from...
It's going to be chrome dolls, not me. You can bet on that.
Thank you so very much. I mean, Jerry Stubbs. You know, I guess over the years, some of America's greatest heroes have been cowboys. There have been such great songs as Get Along, Little Doggy, and Home on the Range. And more recently, of course, the great Willie Nelson singing Mama, Don't Let Your Sons Grow Up to Be Cowboys. And it appears now that the exotic Adrian Street has another song about cowboys.
Yes, I do. I wrote it all myself. I wrote the whole thing, and I wrote it especially for Gwendolyn Cuddly, because there is something very...
Gwendolyn Cuddly?
Gwendolyn Cuddly. Oh, everybody calls him Gwendolyn Cuddly. Never hear anybody call him Wendell. Oh, I do hope you forgive me, Gordon, if I don't sort of display my usual exuberance, because I had rather a rough night. Last night I had rather a rough night. And talking about rough night, Sir Cedric Everhard Hathaway sends his very best regards, and he'll probably be with you on film next week.
Well, that's charming.
Yes, it's wonderful. Absolutely wonderful. And I hear that Gwendolyn Cuddly would have been a champion drag racer, but he kept tripping over his dress.
Huh. All right, let's take a look right now at the special musical piece written, arranged, composed, and directed by the exotic Adrian Street. There's something strange about a cowboy.
There's something very strange about a cowboy, which makes me wonder how the West was won. There's something very strange about a cowboy, something I can't put my finger on.
The deputy would stroll round to the dance hall when he had an hour or two to spend. The dancing girls were never ever worried, 'cause they knew he had his own four-legged friend. I wish that I could simply turn the clock back to those days of the famous Wild Wild West. For I know if I came across the James boys, Jesse is the one I'd like the best.
There's something very strange about a cowboy, which makes me wonder how the West was won. There's something very strange about a cowboy, something I can't put my finger on. Something I can't put my finger on. Something I can't put my finger on.
Hardly complimentary.
Wasn't that wonderful? Did you see the way I rode that fucking bronco to a standstill? Wasn't that wonderful? I mean, Gwendolyn Cuddly. I mean, I'd love to see him. I'd absolutely love to see him getting on his horse with that beautiful dress that I put on him the other week.
Yes, well, I think you've made your point abundantly clear. Thank you so very much. The exotic Adrian Street and Miss Linda, we are ready to go with our next match, and we're going to see Wildcat Wendell Cooley in action. Let's turn it over to Freddie Miller in the ring.
Ladies and gentlemen, this event one fall with a 10-minute time limit already in the ring. At a weight of 218 pounds, the masked Invader, the Invader. And there's the music for Wildcat Wendell Cooley. Ladies and gentlemen, at 228 pounds, one of wrestling's most colorful competitors, Wildcat Wendell Cooley.
Wildcat Wendell Cooley getting set to do business against the masked Invader. One fall. And I'll tell you what, the exotic Adrian Street might do well to look at this man once again. There's nothing strange about Wildcat Wendell Cooley. Nick Dukas, the referee. Cooley watches his man, the Invader. They lock up, they break it. Good chain reaction here. Good chain moves, and it is the Invader. Drop toe hold. Finally spins away and back to his feet. Up into the far turnbuckle. Irish whip reversal by Cooley. Cooley with a high hip toss. The Invader coming up a little bit slowly, if you will. Once again, they lock up collar and elbow. Good forearm smash into the chest, and again. Again, another reversal. Wait a minute. Beautiful cross-body block by the Invader. No, sir. Cooley gets away from it. Cooley caught shoulder smash. Cooley drops to the canvas. He leapfrogs that time. Cooley drops to the canvas again. Another leapfrog by Cooley. Cooley dropped a haymaker on him. The Invader left the ring. So the Invader outside the ring, trying to break the momentum of Wildcat Cooley. Catches Cooley low on the belt line coming in. High knee lift. Full body slam. Cooley powers out before the count of 3. The Invader scores with 2 hard punches to Wildcat Wendell Cooley. Smashes Cooley into the far turnbuckle. The Invader taking full advantage of that. Notice the upper body development on the Invader. Has him beautifully executed power slam. And again, Cooley slips away before the count. I'll tell you what. Gut-wrench salto. Count of 2 once again. Cooley has that same kind of elasticity as does the NWA World Heavyweight Champion Ric Flair. Flair has that same sort of capability of being able to twist those shoulders away and stop himself from getting pinned. The Avenger up on the top rope. Cooley after him. Cooley has him full body slam. And now Cooley cranking up. Cooley closes in. The Avenger smashed into that turnbuckle. Cooley very much in charge. Backdrop by Cooley has the Avenger in trouble. Full body slam by Cooley. Cooley coming up the rope, crashes down across the Avenger. No, sir, did not allow the pin. And so he's also got that same mean streak as the world champion. Cooley, mule kick to the side of the head. The Avenger in trouble. A 3 count. A 3 count by Wildcat Wendell Cooley. For the official word, here's our ring announcer.
Ladies and gentlemen, in 8 minutes, your winner, here it is, Wildcat Wendell Cooley.
Let's take another look at that in slow motion as we see Wildcat Wendell Cooley scoring the pinfall on the Avenger, taking him out of the competition. A fine victory for the Wildcat.
I don't want to come out here and interrupt you, man. No, I do want to interrupt you. I've been pacing back in my dressing room, and I can't take it any longer. I stand before you right now, an undefeated junior heavyweight champion. Right, undefeated, and you know it, and all the people know it, Gordon. I was never beat. Last week, I had the man beat on the mat when the bell rang. This week, I beat him 1, 2, 3 right in the center of the ring.
Yeah, but the title was
Gordon. Hey, be a gentleman and let me finish this, all right? I'm the champion. I just beat the man right in the ring. I think Tim Horner is a liar. I think you're a liar, and I think Continental Rising is a liar. He told me he was going to put that title up, and he didn't. Well, let me tell you something. He's a liar. Gordon told his liar. He's a scumbag, a Tennessee trash.
Hold on. Hold on. Hey, I'll tell you what. We'll be back. We'll be back in just a moment. We'll be back.
Have you ever heard of Jim Walter? No, Jim's not a wrestler. As a matter of fact, he'll help to keep you from wrestling with the problems of building a home on your property. You see, Jim Walter is a home builder and has been for over 30 years. Built over 250,000 homes, enough to make a pretty fair-sized city. But the point is, he can build for you and help you to save money. Over 20 models built to almost any stage from the shell home, unfinished inside, to one that is 90% complete. Cut your costs by doing some of your own inside finishing. Financing? Only 10% fixed annual percentage rate with no down payment to qualified property owners. Compared to most other financing, this low percentage rate alone will save thousands of dollars and cut years off your monthly mortgage payments. Call 1-800-4-WALTER or stop by a display park for complete information. Jim Walter at 2209 Highway 45 North, also in Tupelo and Tuscaloosa.
It used to be fun to smoke. Not anymore. Now most of your friends have quit, and you would too, if you only knew how.
Now, arrest the smoking habit forever with Cigarette.
No matter how long you've been smoking, no matter how much you smoke, regardless of how many times you've tried and failed. Now available for the first time, these powerful pills contain a safe and effective formula that acts to arrest nicotine dependence without withdrawal, without frustration, and without gaining a single pound.
Stop smoking and not gain weight?
That's right, not one single pound.
That's like having your cake and eating it too.
Some people call it a miracle because Cigarette does what no amount of willpower can do. It alleviates physical withdrawal symptoms.
I was at a party with a lot of smokers. I had no problem not smoking.
That after dinner cigarette, I didn't want it.
We know you've tried to quit smoking before, probably many times. Now you've given up and stopped trying, haven't you? With Cigarette, you're going to kick the habit forever. And once you've tried our Cigarette program, you'll never want to smoke again.
I would definitely recommend the Cigarette plan.
I would recommend the Cigarette plan.
It's easy and it works.
Our guarantee. You will completely stop smoking in just 5 days, or we'll refund your full purchase price immediately.
If you want to stop smoking, your next cigarette could be your last. All you have to do is pick up the phone and call us now.
With Cigarettes, you're guaranteed to stop smoking in just 5 days without withdrawal, without gaining weight. Call toll-free 1-800-441-2929. Save COD fees, use your credit card, or send $19.95 to Cigarettes, P.O. Box 4444, Carlsbad, California, 92008. That's 1-800-441-2929.
Well, we've managed to get some separation here, and if Roy Lee Welch can still talk, let's turn it to the ring.
Thank you, Gordon. We have Roy Lee Welch here. The big problem now, you have a score to settle with Tim Horner. He has one to settle with you, and the U.S. Junior Heavyweight title will be on the line the next time you meet.
It'll be on the line because I'm going to take it. Anytime I see him, I want the title on the line, but shut up! You're talking to the champion right now. I'm the king of wrestling. Crown me king. Let me tell you something, Horner. I don't want to ever see you in this ring again. Come in this ring, I'm going to beat you like the low-life liar that you are, man.
The words of Roy Lee Welch. Let's go back to Gordon Soley and Tim Horner.
Tim?
You know, Roy Lee Welch, you showed me and you showed everybody here last week your true colors. And let me tell you something, Jack. You just bit off a little bit more than you could chew. Not a long swallow, Jack. And I'm going to tell you one thing. Anytime you want me in the ring, you can have me. Anytime. You call me a liar, you call me anything you want to, but one thing you'll have to call me is the United States Junior Heavyweight Champion. Because if you mess with fire, Jack, if you mess with fire, you're going to get burned. If you mess with a bull, you'll get the horns. If you want to dance, you got to play the fiddler. And I'm going to add one more. If you mess with lightning, you'll definitely get struck, Jack.
Well, any closing comments, Mr. Welch?
Let me tell you something, Horner. You're not lightning. I'm the man. I'm the king of wrestling. That belt should be mine, and you know it. You're not man enough to put it up against me. That's why you didn't. You know I'm the champion. Why didn't you put it up? Why didn't you put it up? You all know I'm the champion. I'm undefeated champion. All of you.
Hey, Welch, if you're waiting on me, Jack, you're backing up. You ain't going to have
have to wait long, because I'm coming right now. Come on right now!
He's on his way. Well, hey.
Here comes Horner.
No way can we authorize that. We'll be back. Well, let's take a moment right now to talk to luscious Robert Fuller, gorgeous Jimmy Golden.
The talk, Gordon. We lost this time right here. And the reason that we did it is because you're blacking out faces, baby. We want to show that same film. You saw at the front of this program. Tommy Rich bleeding through his shoes. Nobody beats us. Nobody get into it. Roll it, baby. I want to see it.
All right, I'll tell you what we're going to do. We're going to take a look. And what?
Look at the corner. Don't miss your corner shot right there, baby. I don't want the squeamish to be looking at it. But for all you got any guts, take a look at Tommy Rich's bloody face in the corner. We beat him at the death, Gordon.
What is doctor doing while he's bleeding down there? What's the doctor running around like a chicken with his head cut off? He can't do nothing. He can't do nothing because I'm the only doctor that knows how to take care of two guys like Jimmy Golden and Robert Fuller.
Let me tell you something, Gordon. When they walk in the ring with the likes of me and Jimmy Golden, they better be ready for a bloodbath. Why do you think we got our man, the good doctor, right here? Because they're going to need a doctor, baby. Somebody's going to need a doctor over this belt loss.
Well, let me just ask you one question. Who has the belts now?
Gordon, don't get smart with us, baby. Don't be blacking none of this out and don't be getting cute up here because you're standing between two mean, mad forces right now. And get out of it. You've seen enough of that. And I'm going to tell you something. Don't ever black out. Tommy Rich, you're going to pay, boy. Go on. That's what I'm going to do.
Well, that's
see why they're going to need a doctor.
Yeah, well, I'll tell you one thing. Might be interesting if there was some way that you could break up that combination of luscious Robert Fuller and gorgeous Jimmy Golden and Dr. Tom Pritchard. Isn't that something? All right, for the official introduction on this match, let's turn to our ring announcer, Freddie Miller.
Thank you very much, Gordon. Ladies and gentlemen, making their first appearance here at Boutwell Auditorium in Birmingham, two brothers at a combined weight of 480 pounds. Say hello to John and Tim Hardy, the Hardy brothers, right there. Now entering the ring are their opponents. You can hear the music for luscious Robert Fuller, gorgeous Jimmy Golden, and their manager, Dr. Tom, your referee, Roy George.
There's the bell, and Fuller and Golden wasting no time as they go after the Hardy brothers. And as you can see, they are really disseminating, or decimating rather, not disseminating, but decimating this tag team combination. The larger of the two is the younger of the two. Oh, look at this. Pile driver. And that's got to be all she wrote. And it is. It is a quick, sensational, and almost easy victory for luscious Robert Fuller and gorgeous Jimmy Golden, absolutely destroying the Hardy brothers in this Australian tag team match. Well, I'll tell you what. We'll be talking to them right after. Well, first of all, let's get the official word from our ring announcer.
Ladies and gentlemen, at a time of 1 minute flat, 60 seconds, your winners are luscious Robert Fuller and gorgeous Jimmy Golden.
Well, there's the official word. The Hardy brothers being unceremoniously booted out of the ring. And we'll be back with a very special interview right after we pause.
When I first got this car, she only had 10,000 miles on it. Now she's got over 100. Because I haven't found one I like better. My chew, that's different. Like a lot of folks, I used to chew Levi. But this Granger Select's got less stems, so I get a cleaner chew. Made of premium leaf, so I get lots of flavor. And I better, because if it doesn't have it here, it doesn't go here.
Meet up with Granger Select. It could change your chew.
If there's one thing I've learned, it's that nothing worth having comes easy. Coors knows that. You see it everywhere. Extra care, extra time, with ingredients, brewing, aging, shipping, everything. It's a lot of hard work, dedication, but it's worth it. Coors is the one.
It kind of makes you sick when people give money to feed starving children, but it ends up in the wrong hands. Sadly, charity fraud does happen. Will your money really get to those needy people? The Evangelical Council for Financial Accountability says be a careful giver. Ask your charity tough questions before you give. Then give generously with confidence. Over 300 leading Christian organizations subscribe to ECFA's high ethical and financial standards. See how your charity measures up. Write ECFA, Box 17511, Washington, D.C. We'll send you giving guidelines to help you avoid charities with poor financial practices. And we'll include a Reader's Digest reprint who really gets your charity gift. There's no cost to you. You care enough to give. Now, care enough to make sure your dollars get there. Be a careful giver. Write today.
June 24th, 8 o'clock, Lavender Coliseum, Columbus, Mississippi. Continental Championship Wrestling presents a great night. Six-man cage match, no referee. Steve Armstrong, Wildfire Tommy Rich, and their physician, the intern, against Robert Fuller, Jimmy Golden, and their physician, Dr. Tom. And another cage match, unheard of. 2 cage matches on the same card. The Bullet against the Man of Flame, El Fuego. Continental title, Brad Armstrong against Jerry Stubbs. Be there.
I'll tell you what, in Columbus, Mississippi at the Lavender Coliseum on June 24th at 8 p.m., double steel cage match night. Steve Armstrong, Tommy Rich, and the physician or the medic or the intern go up against Robert Fuller, Jimmy Golden, and a physician now. Steve, what about it?
Cage match, no referee. You know, I talked to my intern, and the man said to tell Dr. Tom Pritchard to take 2 of these and call me in the morning. And, Bubba, that's what all of us are going to be doing in that cage. Nowhere to run, nowhere to hide, nothing but Fist City. Maybe some blood, not from our heads, from you boys' heads.
And maybe a little coughing, huh?
Let me tell you something, Robert Fuller, Jimmy Gold. I can understand why you hot, because these 2 boys right here took them belts away from you, and they're around the waist right where they should be.
Somebody say something else. June 24th, Columbus, Mississippi. We're coming to TCB. Double cage match, first time ever.
Let's listen to these comments.
All right, Gordon, can you believe it, fans? 2 different steel cage matches in one night.
About a jerk town, a jerk bunch of champions hauling our belts around. Let me tell you something, Freddie Miller. They can black out Tommy Rich's bloody face on this camera all you want to. You get Columbus to the cage match. You want to black it out, brother? Shut your goofy country boy eyes, because otherwise you're going to watch them bleed to their shoes all night long.
I'll tell you what. That's going to be a fantastic night of wrestling competition. And that will be in Columbus, Mississippi, Lavender Coliseum. All right, we've got even more exciting action coming up next week here on Continental Championship Wrestling. First of all, we have the situation with the Bullet and El Fuego, who a lot of people claim is actually the Flame. And then we have the exotic Adrian Street stealing the belt from Wildcat Wendell Cooley on a raw deal indeed. The tag team situation with gorgeous Jimmy Golden and luscious Robert Fuller against Steve Armstrong and Tommy Wildfire Rich, the medic or the intern, and Tom Pritchard, Dr. Tom Pritchard, if you will. Lots of things going on, and we'll be hearing from Lord Everhard, I am sure. All of this and much more upcoming next week. Until then, Gordon Soley saying so long.
WCBI TV4, Columbus, Tupelo.